Hey, good Monday morning. Thanks for checking out the latest Indiana local forecast update. This is meteorologist Kirk Hintz here with BAM Weather. Time right now is just about 5:15 a.m. Eastern, 4:15 Central Time. Continuing to see this kind of wave of mixed precipitation work east across the I-70 corridor and points down to the south. That'll continue to push east as we get into later this morning, exiting east by about 9 to 10 a.m. So still consistent with the time frame that we mentioned with yesterday. It's kind of still a mixed bag of precipitation here working in basically from kind of Hendricks, Boone, Hamilton, Marion County points to the east. Now, it's not all snow. So we kind of have everything working in here. We have some snow, so a little bit of sleet, a little bit of freezing rain still. So enough to keep surfaces a little slick out there. We're left untreated, but I will say roads around kind of the Indy metro area continue to be just wet. Overall, they were very safe to travel. Just make sure to give yourself a little bit of extra time out there. Wouldn't be shocked to see a little bit of additional kind of slushy accumulation as we go throughout the remainder of the morning here around the I-70 corridor, maybe about a half an inch of more slushy stuff out there. But again, just remember, take your time as we go throughout the morning. Temperatures overall are above freezing, anywhere between 32 to 35. So that is the good news. The good news is at the surface we trended is slightly a little bit above guidance from yesterday, which means, locations kind of south of I-70, more rain than kind of anything, just keeping things wet, which is good news as we go throughout the day. We should be able to handle this and transition into what's ahead. So beyond this, let's take a look at the kind of simulated radar just to show you when things kind of end and conclude here. So this is a look at 5 a.m. So 5 to 6 a.m. here, we're specifically looking kind of across the Greenfield district here, across the east central Indiana in terms of the remaining kind of freezing rain and snow kind of mix here, basically from Madison, Hancock, Delaware, Henry, Rush counties, with rain showers continuing to go on across the southern third of the state. As we go to about 7 to 8 a.m., continuing to see maybe some lingering kind of light snow showers here mixing in with a little bit of rain by 8 a.m. here, looking at the metro area and points to the east. As we go to about 9 to 10 a.m., we see the main wave work east across Illinois or into Ohio. Can't rule out an additional little patchy kind of drizzle here as we get to 11 to noon. However, that pushes east as we get into the early afternoon. The other story here is looking at cloud cover. Yesterday we thought maybe a little bit of some sunshine would work in, which is still possible as we get into the afternoon. But overall, guys, as you see here by simulated kind of satellite here, we will see dominant cloud cover as we get into the afternoon, into the evening. So some peaks of sunshine possible, but we're not looking at all widespread sunshine as we get into the afternoon. So the other story will be temperatures as we kind of go throughout the remainder of today into tomorrow here. So this is a look at as we progress this forward in the forecast. As we get into late morning into the early afternoon, we do work in temperatures well above freezing here into the upper 30s, even some 40s down here across southwestern parts of the state. As we get into about 4 to 5 p.m., wouldn't be shocked if we're hitting near 40 degrees here across the I-70 corridor and points down to the south. But we do see temperatures crash as we get into Tuesday morning. Just as we're waking up about 7 a.m., we see temperatures overall in the lower to mid-20s here, widespread across the state, and that's going to create some issues here because this is a look at our visibility tool here from the 3-kilometer NAM. And just think of the purple being low visibility. So widespread low visibility as we get into Tuesday morning. That means one thing. So with temperatures in the low to mid 20s, and we get some moisture riding over that cold ground, it spells one thing: freezing fog, freezing drizzle as we get into Tuesday morning. This is something that we need to take seriously given how low the temperatures are. A nice slick glaze on untreated surfaces certainly will be possible, so we don't want to be caught off guard with this. We will have an update on this as we get into the afternoon. Just keep that on your radar as we get into Tuesday morning. Switching back to gears here, looking at temperatures as we get into Tuesday afternoon, we will warm Tuesday afternoon into the evening into the upper 30s to lower 40s once again. And then we get kind of a warm front that works in late Tuesday night into Wednesday. A little bit of patchy freezing drizzle out ahead of that way possible, but we warm very quickly as we get into Tuesday morning, on the day on Tuesday. We will see highs Wednesday into the 50s here. And check out these temperatures as we're waking up Thursday morning, guys. We're waking up to temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Look at these highs on Thursday. Out ahead of this cold front, we will see highs on Thursday near 60 degrees. Just to put that in perspective, we were minus 10 a few days ago. That's a 70-degree span in just a few days. So just incredible weather as we get into later this week, and that's going to be the precursor to a big-time winter storm threat as we get into Friday night into Saturday. I'll touch on that here in a second. So what we've got going on here as we get into Tuesday night into Wednesday, or Tuesday into Wednesday, we have some energy working in aloft as we get into Tuesday morning. Again, some patchy freezing drizzle possible there. I think drizzle lingers throughout the day on Tuesday as well. And as we get into late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we get another wave here working across a warm front. We need to watch for additional freezing drizzle out ahead of that, and just drizzle lingering all the day on Wednesday as well. It's just energy aloft. So looking here at the actual simulated radar now, here from the 3 kilometer NAM. So as we get into Tuesday morning here, this is a look at the simulated radar guidance. Again, just on and off patchy drizzle as we go throughout the day. Remember, we're warming up into the upper 30s to lower 40s here, so no concern of anything freezing. But it's as we get into late Tuesday night here. This is a look at 10 p.m., 11 to midnight. We do see out ahead of that warm front, basically along the I-70 corridor, points to the north, so an initial wave of freezing drizzle will be possible. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a major concern because of how warm we get Wednesday morning. By the time we're about 3 to 4 a.m., temperatures are, remember, we're rebounding into the upper 30s to lower 40s, and then as we go throughout the morning and early afternoon here, we'll just have patchy kind of drizzle lingering around. So lastly here, as I target what's ahead as we get into Thursday into Friday, so what we have going on here, and this is just a look at, again, of our upper level energy here at 500 millibars, about 20,000 feet. So Thursday, we continue to see moisture riding out ahead of this cold front. Some additional rain showers will certainly be possible. And it's as we get into Friday afternoon, we have this massive low pressure down here across the Gulf states. It's negatively tilted, which is a big deal. That means two things. We have access to deep Gulf moisture, and then as this rides up into kind of the Ohio Valley, we get some instability to work in here. What we're dealing with, we get temperatures to crash on the backside. We could see a significant winter storm as we get into Friday night into Saturday here. This is a classic winter storm look here for the Ohio Valley. Keep this 100% on your radar. I can't reiterate that enough. I mean, look at the European model, what it does with this system here. So again, on the day on Thursday, rain showers likely, temperatures getting into the 60s. As we get into the second half of the day on Friday, we start out with some rain showers here on the European. And then look at this transition, late Friday night into Saturday. Some very heavy snow here, illustrated well by the European model, all the way throughout the day on Saturday, lingering into Sunday. So that's the European model. For consistency, let's look at the GFS model here. So again, rain showers Thursday into Friday, maybe a little bit of mix in there on the day on Friday as well. Second half of the day on Friday, all bets are off. Temperatures crash aloft. We have some heavy snow working in. So again, guys, can't reiterate that enough. Keep this 100% on your radar. Just because of the negatively tilted nature of this trough, we're going to have a lot of deep Gulf moisture here, something we haven't seen in years. So, and to see model consistency out 5 days on this, very consistent, is the reason for that confidence. So let us know if you have any questions in terms of, the freezing, fog, drizzles we get into Tuesday morning, or how the forecast evolves as we go throughout the week. We hope you have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week ahead.